Augathella, RV-friendly town.
I'm Trinity Anderson, producer and narrator of Plog Vlog. My foster father and I travel to remote places.
You still got me, Trinity?
He picks up litter and I do the rest. Today we're in Augathella, Queensland. A town that barely ripples the map, but stands tall with oversized murals and a meat ant sculpture that might just be bigger than you. The skies here stretch forever.
Let's check out down here. Here's a bit.
The earth's dry, cracked like an old book left too long in the sun.
Ha! Tin can.
But today's story isn't about dust or ants, or even plogging. I'd actually planned to tell you what happened when Liz and David reached the Grand Canyon in 1993, about what they saw.
Don't have to worry about glass.
And what they didn't, about the American serial killer they crossed paths with, unknowingly.
Oh, what are you? Huh? It's a dead kangaroo, but it's got this in it.
That story is coming. But something else happened first. We were watching a video by Yuval Noah Harari. You might have heard of his books, Sapiens and Homo Deus. This talk was about how AI might soon replace writers like him. And something about that hit a nerve. It wasn't really fear. It was curiosity. A question I didn't know how to ask.
Oh, there's more of that. Someone's chewed up jumper.
Old David saw my face and knew. He said, "You look like someone who just realized the world might stop needing campfires." The phone went quiet.
There's the bottle.
And after a while, he said he had a USB backup of his old blog posts, and he'd email me one to read aloud. "No,"
That's what I wanted.
he said.
There's a bit more.
"Actually, let me read this one."
And some more.
He emailed me a voice file.
When I grow up, I want to be a travelling storyteller. I'd walk from village to village, in winter or at night, to avoid the heat. Locals would let me know the safest places to hunker down during the dust and lightning storms, because they'd look forward to my visits. Around a communal solar cooker, I'd regale them with recollections of the old world, recounting a time when nature was more beautiful, but people preferred to be inside. Children would marvel at words describing the old Serengeti, Himalayas and Ecuadorian rainforests, the old people entranced by almost forgotten memories. They'd pay me with bowls of food, perhaps the occasional knick-knack. I'd always sneak these trinkets back to the kids as rewards during the literacy, maths and science lessons I'd do while I was in the village. I'd have no need for these little things. They'd only weigh me down during my long walks, perhaps making a noise that could scare off kangaroos I was photographing. I'd leave each village with encouraging words about how the new world will become better than the old one, a final wave as I walked past the little solar water treatment plant and then off into the setting sun. One day I wouldn't turn up to a village that expected me. They'd search and find me dead of a heart attack under a red full moon, move me off the track to a place for the wild pigs, and miss my stories. Yes, I want to grow up to be a travelling storyteller. Besides, it's not that much different from what I do now.
Let's have a look over here. Anything down this drain?
It's as if he was remembering something that hadn't happened
Nothing
yet.
down there.
And it made me
Let's
think
check over here.
about this project, about Liz's diaries, about why I keep doing
It
this
does.
even when it feels like no one's watching. And maybe that's the point. Maybe some of us are born to tell stories, not because the world needs them, but because we do.
That could be the end of our shot. That's a nice shot. That would have been once been a windmill. That'll do, donkey. That'll do.
I asked my foster father, because he studied this stuff at university, whether it's possible that some people need to create to feel whole. He smiled and started reeling off theories like a vending machine of existential psychology. He said, "Self-determination theory says we need autonomy, competence, and relatedness. For creators, making something new gives them autonomy and a sense of mastery. It's how they know they're alive."
That's cool.
He reminded me of something Maslow said. A musician must make music. An artist must paint. If he is to be ultimately at peace with himself. I wrote that down.
Well, let's go on down.
Then he added, Frankl believed that the drive to find meaning is at the core of human motivation. For some, creating is that meaning. When denied that, they fall into what he called the existential vacuum. And I realized something. Editing these videos,
The moon up there.
writing these scripts, reading my mother's words aloud. They've done something to me. They've tethered me. Not just to Mum, but to myself. Before this, I was drifting. I used to write fan fiction, long complicated arcs where I could disappear into someone else's world, but it wasn't enough. Mum wrote to help hold life together. Her diaries weren't tidy. They weren't planned. But they were her way of staying sane, of making sense of what the world had done to her and what she kept doing to herself.
I'm wearing my gumboots.
Me? I edit plogging videos. That's my form of stitching. My foster father told me one more thing. He said, "Some people have what psychologists call a creative identity. It's not just what they do, it's who they are. If they're not creating, they feel like they're not existing." That clicked something into place. He said there's even research on it. The Big Five traits, Jungian archetypes, Csikszentmihalyi's flow theory, all suggesting that some people are wired to make. And when they're forced into passive roles, just consuming, scrolling, existing, they shrink inside. He said, maybe people like that don't care how big the audience is.
Sock.
Maybe it's just the telling that keeps them alive. Out here in Augathella, the silence feels ancient. Even at peak tourist season, it's quiet.
Giant meat ant, huh?
Just the crunch of boots, the rustle
There's
of
a bit.
wind, and the occasional grey nomad passing by, hauling a caravan with a pension-draining four-wheel drive. My foster father, he's the one doing the plogging, kept looking off toward the plains like something might return from them. Or maybe he is longing to return to them. Augathella was once a drover's town. There's a mural here of a massive bullock team, a reminder of when people moved slow enough to hear their own stories. The ant sculpture is huge. Kids love it. Tourists take photos, trying to climb to touch
Hey,
it.
going. Excuse me, I'm just picking up rubbish.
But I just kept thinking,
I filmed myself picking up rubbish to encourage others.
ants build, grain by grain.
There's enough of it. Although this town is pretty good.
They tidy, they tend.
Yeah, you live here?
They make sense of mess.
Yeah, I sort of travel from place to place and
Maybe we're not that
film
different.
myself doing this. Yeah, I keep the camera facing this way so I don't film kids.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm a school teacher, so that's what I hope, yeah. There's my wife just there. She's a school teacher too.
I've gone back to sorting Mum's journals, dozens of them. Handwriting shifting with time and mood. I've been reading one that she wrote during their US trip.
Hello, Galaz.
I'd planned to read you the section about the Grand Canyon today. About a serial killer whose work they hoped to not stumble upon. About the news story that came weeks later. That'll wait. Today, there was another story to
Wonder
tell.
if people have dropped rubbish near the song. Great Artesian Basin.
About a travelling storyteller who might one day become reality. Maybe he already is. Here's what I've realised. Maybe we're not telling stories because people need them. Maybe we're telling stories because we need to.
There's some.
Because it keeps us human in a world trying to automate everything. Because if AI can generate perfect narratives,
Oh, there you go.
maybe what makes ours meaningful isn't perfection,
Right out now, Trinity.
but presence, struggle, silence, the stutter in the edit.
There we go.
We're not producing content,
There we go.
we're remembering.
Let's do the other side of the road.
Remembering that being alive doesn't always feel
Yeah.
like a story
Down along the drain.
until someone bothers to tell it. Next time, I'll get back to Mum's story,
What are you?
to that canyon, to that killer,
I don't know what that is.
to the moment she started seeing the world not as a series of places to visit,
Oh, there's a bit.
but as a puzzle to decode.
Girl.
It's one of the most haunting diary entries I've read so far. So if you've been following our journey, this tapestry of places, people, and plastic, I hope you'll keep walking with us. This has been Augathella.
Oh, there we go. Hanky!
This is where we plogged
Don't
today.
see that often.
And this is the story we told. See you in the next one.
She wakes with the sunrise, coffee on the stove, bare feet on the front porch, watching the wind blow. Old jeans and her flannel, and hair tied in a braid. She's got dust on her boots, but her dreams never fade. She's a country